Have been experiencing some problems, both with the camper trailer and the car. Now the problem with the car is the engine light's coming on and the service light's been coming on. That was the first time that the engine light had come on, and it did go in lit mode. Well, look at this, buddy. Yo-be-yo-day.
Bit of this, bit of that, a bit of the there.
So welcome to the first video from the trip that we've done here, and well, this video you'll be able to see that it didn't start off in fine fashion, and there was a few dramas going on. There was also more going on off camera that I wasn't talking about, but I don't know, I guess I felt like I was talking about enough and didn't want to carry on too much about it. You can also see in this video there was a start of a few more problems that came up further into the trip, which we had to work through as well. What's a trip without a bit of drama and a bit going on to make it exciting for you? Look, I hope you enjoy the start to this trip, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and jump on board and let us know in the comments what you think. Rightio, how are you? And welcome to another trip series. We are currently at Southern Cross, which is, at a guess here, maybe 300 to 400 kilometers east of Perth. So we've been driving about 4 and a bit hours. So just here at the moment, we're going to make some lunch for myself and Hurley. Oh, I need to get the jam out for you, don't I, mate? Have been experiencing some problems, both with the camper trailer and the car, unfortunately. Want one sandwich or two sandwiches, mate?
No, I have one.
One? Go you 1.5, because you'll be hungry again in no time. Now the problem with the car is the engine light's coming on and the service light's been coming on. Backstory to that is I've been having some problems. I had a service last week, and just before that I was experiencing that exact same problem. When we went down to the Logbrook Dam, we did that little trip down there. That was the first time that the engine light had come on, and it did go in a lit mode on the way down there, but it didn't happen after that. So I told them about it, and they said there was some fault codes coming up, but was likely just to be more of a electronic error than than any sort of significant problem they could find. And the day after I got it serviced, the service light came on. They gave me some sort of tips on how to get rid of that, thinking that it wasn't that big an issue. But the next day, when I went out to work that afternoon, the service light was gone. That's kind of a problem that's been coming and going, but they seem to think it's just some sort of electrical problem of source, but no real concern to be had. The camper trailer, so obviously we put in the lead time battery, and I didn't actually check it on the charging on the car, but I did check it with charging of the solar. It charged, it was charged no problems, charged up full without any problems, but it wasn't charging off the AC charger when I went to check it. So basically I have been using it, but I put the fridge in a couple of days ago in preparation for this trip, and turned it on, so it was running for a couple of days. Battery went down to probably 60%, so the fridge is running around 4 to 5 amps. So I thought I'd hook up the AC charger. The AC charger wasn't working. I hooked up the car last night and it wasn't charging. Thought, okay, that's a bit odd. When I got in, this is like literally, I was just coming in the house and I was gonna get some sleep and come in the morning, but unfortunately I had to open it up. I checked all the wiring, all the connections. I checked and tested everything I could see. The reality is I've got different ways to charge it. I've got the AC charger in the car, which I figured if I can't get this one working, I'll just take it out of there. I don't know, we'll see how we go. I'll see if I might flick some messages out to some people today and see if I can get some advice. And so at the moment I've got Hurley with me for this leg of the trip. Anita and Zach will be joining us. Yeah, we'll see how we go, and we'll get on the road here and we'll see how far we get here. Alright, so there's a couple of things to update you on. So we are just 1.5 k's from camp. It's 5 o'clock and we dropped into Kalgoorlie to grab multimeters. We dropped into Super Cheap there, and I managed to get hold of a Sparky from camera from travelling 12 volts, sorry. So in the morning, I'm going to give him a call. Looks like we should have reception hopefully. And we're going to work through the charging issue in the camper. The car itself has obviously had a couple of bugs. I've spoken to my mechanic, so I don't have a scanner, so to speak, to find out what codes would, the car would be throwing up, but I've still obviously had some other little faults come up. I don't feel like there's any danger to the car itself. I guess it's something we'll keep an eye on, and we'll see if the problem is still there in the morning. Basically at a spot that I'll chuck up on screen for you, which is only just south of the turnoff when you come from Kalgoorlie onto the main drag from Coolgardie to Norseman. I think it's the Coolgardie Esperance Highway, so I think this is it in here, isn't it? I found this one on Wikicamps, and apparently there's supposed to be lots of room here, so why don't we explore this way here, mate, and we'll see if we can get a spot back off the main road here. Another reason I've decided to go for this one rather than punch on a little bit further is I want to be close to Kalgoorlie, because I don't know if I'm going to need some more parts or bits and pieces for the camper or whatever in the morning once I get a chance to have a look in there. So at least from here, I'm only about half an hour's drive out of town. I can run back in there and grab whatever I need. So choosing the safe bet. Obviously the further from here that I go, the less chance of reception I'll have, and the further it'll be to supplies if I need to get them. Rightio, we're all set up here now, and there was quite a few mozzies here when we first got here, so we both copped a bit. Got the thermocell out there, so we're just hanging around here for the moment. So
Got the campfire ready?
Yep, Hurley's got the campfire ready, so we're going to need more wood than that, mate. It'll burn for about 20 seconds.
How about they use some of this?
So found ourselves a nice patch here. Hurley didn't want to put the mat down. I normally like to put the mat down because I guess I just want to have a break from wearing, thongs at a certain point, but that's the only way into this little section here. In the morning I'll have the shower set up, which will be just down here, so might have to get some of that firewood down there. Look, this is nice, it's good enough for us tonight. I guess the priority was trying to be somewhere close. Not sure if we have reception. I did just send a message out before to Anita back home to see if it's come through, and so that goes. So I think Hurley's pretty hungry because of the issues we got with this one here. I'm only going to use the 12 volt stuff that I need to. Going to hook up the air fryer off the inverter in here. Got those lights on just to annoy the bugs. I'll get my deck chairs out in a moment. It's actually quite nice. There's a little bit of truck noise or road noise. It's a few hundred meters off the track there, so I don't think there's going to be too much of an issue for us tonight, and we'll get this campfire going here and then we'll get some tucker on. Now, I'm not one to complain about fire, mate, but it is just a little bit close. About there. Beautiful.
They're not
This buddy, yobi yoke. Come and get yourself some, boy. What we got here? Chicken salt. What do you reckon? A bit of that?
bit of this, bit of that,
Enough?
a bit of pizzazz.
Excuse me.
And a bit of pizzazz.
So is that you sorted out now, buddy?
Yep.
Spot in front of the campfire, got some tucker?
Yeah, I got some tucker.
Beautiful.
I got some tucker.
There we go. Is that a bit better? If you don't know, got the inverter here, which is a 3000 watt. Nice big inverter here. Chips and nuggets in there. 15 minutes later, it's all done. And it just plugs in just up there off the back of the inverter, so nice and easy to get to. Nice little workbench down here. Let's put that light on they don't like. And I got a few of the other GoPros and bits and pieces, phones, whatever. Everything's charging up here, so batch capacity took about, yeah, what's that, about 14% to get all that going. There we go, sorted out. So, first time using the lighting on the side here. They're actually really good, so really happy with it. In case you're wondering, power-wise, less than an amp, to be honest with it. Not much at all. While I've had these with the orange lights here, had no bugs up there, so no, really happy with that, and looks like they should serve us well. Just a couple of parent tips for you while I get my grub here. If you're trying to get your kids into camping, one of the first things I taught them was to try and prepare for a fire. So get around, get your little rocks, make a little circle, and go and get some firewood. Keeps them busy. Now have a look at him, loving it. How good's that fire?
Really good.
Without the fire here, he would be really, really bored. And another thing is, make sure the kids have their own lights. So obviously around here, getting around the back of the camper to go to the toilet or to go in the camp, whatever, got little torches for them so they can safely find their way around the place. So thankfully while it's overcast, there has been no rain, and that's allowed me to work on the camper trailer here. Yeah, so I got up first thing and I got onto camera from traveling 12 volt and we got it worked out. I could have done it without the multimeter for sure, so if you haven't got one, you definitely recommend having one handy. We ended up finding out it was the power to the DC charger from the battery. So either side of the fuse had power, but at the other end of the cable we had no power, which was the Anderson that was powering the DC charger. And what happened was, once I disconnected the cable from the fuse, the lug pretty much fell out from the cable. Dodgy crimp, which was myself. So when I did the build, I used a hydraulic crimper, which is like the hexagon shaped ones. I mean, they were all really tight at the time. I remember making sure of that, but yeah, there you go. There's another discussion point, isn't it? Whether crimping, soldering, what type of crimper you use. So there we go, brekkies sorted out for myself. Now I'm going to start to pack up, but I will give you a quick look around just in case you're new to our channel, and yeah, you're just checking us out for the first time. So there's our battery monitor there, so that's how we know what's going on. That's the light there I was talking about, and that's the other light there. It does just sneak inside the arm, so it works out beautifully. In the camp, it's kind of how we pack it up. So all our doonas all lay down here, so we've got a sheet there. We actually use that as a bed when we've got the kids with us. Use the Sanhema cargo bags. I've been using those for a while. I love them. What are you doing up there?
Looking at the map.
Looking at the map, eh? Doing some research on where we're going. And generally leave the floor area here open. Obviously you got the hot water system in there, and plates and cups and bits and pieces. Should turn the inverter off now. There we go. So lovely weather. It's lovely to be able to open that up like this. So obviously got the back of the car set up. That's where I used the air fryer last night. Actually, it's the fresh hose. There's enough there to be able to get in and do what I want to do. All the bits and pieces charging off there. So I only use 10% of the battery in this one here. When you're packing, try and make sure you pack in a way that things are easy to get to. Less complicated. Pack less. Pack way less than you need. Other than the tools I needed, I did grab some more this time, but again, if I didn't grab the tools are probably the thing I would grab. Just grab what you need, seriously. Like, you'll find there's so much more that you don't need. You know, you just pack in case of. So if you take something camping with you and you don't use it, don't bother taking it with you next time. In here is where we got all our gear, the drill, deck chairs going there. So it's just another one of these cargo bags here we use for the towels. Now they do supply shower tents to use with these. We traditionally don't use them. I mean, got all this out here anyway, so unless it's sort of raining, it might be a bit awkward, but the shower tents are rubbish, to be honest with you. They're so flimsy, and they're just more annoying than anything. So normally it's got the old shower head here. I do tie it off at times as well. Extra bag of firewood there. Solar we don't use generally. If we need to use solar, we use blankets. You can get the double adapters, so you can run multiple panels off this one here. We've got hot water here, and in there we've got a couple of solar blankets, floor mats, which we didn't use. Completely forgot we had them, so they're muck mats. Actually got a discount code for those, so chuck that in the description there. We'll actually make sure we use it tonight. I completely forgot, and the steps are filthy as a result of that, so that's my fault. Pegs in here, drilling pegs in here, and that's all the annex sort of stuff, which we'll be using next week when we pull up for a few days. I do have a shower tent on the other side of the car there, so we just got the little portable toilet here. If anyone wants privacy, shower tent comes up and we just put it there, and that way it's all sorted out there. That'll about do us here at the moment. I'm going to try and get this all packed up. We'll try and hit the road. Fortunately, we got everything done this morning we needed to, so the camper electrical problems are sorted, which is a massive relief. It's just the car now we need to try and work through. So